on point, will be the third on point. We will look at the attempts of government formation in Manipur, but that is going to be happening after a short break.
For all of you corporates who are here, welcome you all to the Academy.
The all-new range of perfumes by Wildstone. लोग तो notice करेंगे.
मम्मी says no अंडा in summer.
क्यों? तू समर में खेलता नहीं क्या? समर में एनर्जी नहीं लगती क्या? ज्यादा लगती है।
अंडा तो हर सीजन में सुपर हिट है।
सुपरस्टार है ये। सर्दी हो या गर्मी, संडे हो या मंडे,
रोज खाओ अंडे।
News never lies.
But on the twisting highways of headlines, every turn brings a new story.
So buckle up for Pune Highway.
Because the story is going to twist at every turn.
डेड बॉडी कभी झूठ नहीं बोलते.
You will need News 9 to stay with the truth.
Watch News 9.
English news as it should be.
And don't miss our film Pune Highway. In theaters.
23rd May.
A deep dive into what matters to you the most. Angles you won't find anywhere else. News that impacts your life.
It looks like a new political chapter is unfolding in Manipur with an attempt for government formation by legislators affiliated with NDA. 10 MLAs, including 8 from BJP, 1 from NPP, and 1 independent MLA met Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla at Raj Bhavan in Imphal on Wednesday. The attempt was to stake claim to form a government in the state. The state has been under President's rule since February. Independent MLA Sapam Nishikanta Singh, speaking on behalf of the group, said that the delegation had submitted a signed document to the governor expressing support for the formation of popular government in the state. BJP legislator Thokcham Radhesham Singh, who was among the MLAs who met the government, claimed 44 legislators were ready to form the government, which is the halfway mark in a 60-member assembly of the state. So if you have 44, 60 is the number, 31 is the halfway mark, so you got to go. Let me play out the bite of MLA Nishikanta Singh.
From various quarters, I think the majority of people of Manipur want a popular government installed. That is the actual main meaning and reason for our coming here and visiting the governor. We seeked an appointment yesterday, which we were kind enough to be allowed to meet him today, 11 o'clock. We also discussed other things, like for example, the functioning of the president's rule may not be the same as that when you have a popular government. So certain hiccups were discussed and asked about law and order situation and things like that. So primarily and basically the mute point was about formation of a popular government. I think it should happen soon. I mean, we are appealing to the government, to the governor, so that we want a popular government, and we also gave in a paper where a lot of us have signed. Basically, well, I'll put it together. All the MLAs in Manipur, or rather the NDA MLAs, are very interested and very keen for the sake of Manipur to have a popular government installed, and we would want the support of the public also. Because without that, things can work out a little difficult. So to have a smooth and quick formation of a government, we need the public also.
President's rule was imposed in Manipur in Feb, soon after Chief Minister N. Biren Singh resigned. And it followed a prolonged ethnic violence in the state. The state assembly, which has a tenure till 27, had been put under suspended animation. The development comes at a time when protests broke out in the last few days over the concealing of the state's name on the windshield of the government buses. Manipur has been witnessing an ethnic conflict between the Meiteis and the Kukis since May 2023. Let me also play out the bite of the former Chief Minister Biren Singh, because he did a press conference and he took up the issue of identity crisis of the state, saying that it is happening because of the influx of illegal immigrants from the state. In a letter to Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, Singh said that the BJP-led government has detained or deported hundreds of illegal immigrants since 2017. Let me play out the bite.
Today, I went to meet the Honorable Governor of Manipur, Balaji, and I met today at around 6:30 p.m. and I discussed with him regarding the prevailing situation in the state, and I suggested some of the points about the prevailing situation, and he listened, and necessary action will be initiated to resolve the present crisis, inviting the agitators. I hope so. And secondly, I apprise about the issues of IDP who are staying in the relief camps since last 2 years, and I also apprise the suffering of people of the valley peoples, mainly due to the non-opening of the national highways.
Okay, let me straight up go to Rami Niranjan Desai. Rami, tell me, is the government formation possible?
Good evening, Karthike. Of course, it is possible if you prove majority, and you'll have to eventually also prove majority in the assembly. But as we know that things are very dynamic at this point, so one cannot make any predictions with certainty. Of course, we've seen that this group of people have given their representation, but I think it's still a wait and watch situation, because the problem is going to be on leadership. Who will lead this government? Who will be chief minister? And I think that is going to be a very big point that will not be decided maybe in the center, but maybe at the headquarters in Delhi. And therefore, I think we'll have to wait and watch. But if we were to look at the technicalities of it, if this is the kind of support, they're saying that they have 44, I think they only need about 31, then of course, technically they can. And I think if we were to look at it from another point of view of whether a popular government, whoever leads it, is a different thing. But if a popular government led by the BJP will be a positive sign, I think if we were solely to look at it, Karthike, politically, it probably would be a space for them to build up the kind of space that they've lost during the conflict. And I think this is something that they need to reflect on. But yes, to answer your question in short, yes, it's possible if one can prove their majority, nothing is stopping them. But the problem is going to be on leadership. I think that decision is going to be a very difficult one to come at.
Let me ask the tough question. One is the leadership, but can it also be a Meitei plus a Kuki government?
Look, I think it is going to be, because there are, in the sense that there are MLAs who are Kuki MLAs who, according to this representation, support this move. So of course they are going to be representative, as they should be. But like I said, that's not the bone of contention here. Because these are elected representatives that include Kukis, that include Meiteis. I think the bone of contention really is, can everybody come to the conclusion of who's going to lead it? I also think there is a Biren Singh factor that we can't completely ignore. He has been a fairly powerful leader. What is his next move going to be? And I think that is going to be a big question in everybody's mind.
You know, another aspect of this is the stability of the government. There is a, you know, there are a lot of people, but Nishikanta Singh is an independent MLA. Biren Singh is out. There is an absence of the leadership structure. Only BJP has the numbers and a political wherewithal in Manipur. So do you think, as a Manipur Northeast watcher, is there a momentum to create a government there, or there is a momentum to keep things as status quo till peace completely returns between communities? As an analyst, where do you think the stuff is going, the political?
Look, we've seen, Karthike, we've seen a decline in incidents. We've seen violence decrease to a certain extent. Of course, ever so often there are sporadic events. One that we had seen recently, and that's something, that I think, it's an unfortunate incident. So we see issues like this crop up ever so often, which creates unrest. So I don't think absolute peace is going to be possible realistically, this way or that way. But should there be a government? Yes, there should be, in my opinion, at some given point of time, because eventually you want to move towards normalcy, and right now the situation is still a little bit further away from that. I think where the government is looking at this from is, I think they're quite clear that they want a popular government restored. The question is when. The question is with the agreement of everyone. So therefore, again, the devil lies in the details of whether those negotiations will come to some amount of positive conclusion or not. I think I don't think this government has given any sort of indication otherwise that they don't want a popular government.
Okay, thank you so much, Rami, for joining me. So this was on point 3. A very quick take from Rami, who understands Northeast very well. Now let me break a big news for you. This big breaking has come. Mohammed Sinwar, Hamas Gaza chief, has been killed by Israeli forces. Prime Minister Netanyahu has confirmed that we eliminated Mohammed Sinwar. Sinwar rose to top of Hamas rank after his brother Yahya Sinwar was killed. Nicknamed the Shadow, he was key in planning the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack, accused mastermind behind deadly assault that killed 1,200 people in Israel. Israel's offensive since then has left 54,000 people dead in Gaza, as per the Gaza ministry. This is a big breaking news. I want to tell people that Hamas Gaza chief has been killed by Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel has confirmed we eliminated Mohammed Sinwar. Sinwar rose to the top Hamas rank after brother Yahya Sinwar was killed. So please let me tell you, yes, Yahya Sinwar was killed. His brother Mohammed Sinwar has been killed. It is a big news, which means that Israel will go down in Gaza to wipe out Hamas from every nook and corner. It is not a small development. It is not a small development that has taken place. It is not a small development that has taken place. And in this big development, I would like to say that Mohammed Sinwar has been eliminated. Israel is going after the entire leadership of Hamas. The way Israel went after the entire leadership of the Lebanese-based militia, the way the pager attack took place in Lebanon, the way they went after each and every militia tied with Hamas, whether they were operating from Iran or whether Hezbollah was operating from Lebanon. They went after Hezbollah. So the sum and total of this operation is that Israel is going after Hezbollah and Hamas simultaneously. Imagine that Israel has been able to take care of multiple war fronts. They have an active war front with Iran. They have an active war front with Syria, though the government is friendly this time. It's not a government of Alawites, Shia control. It's a Sunni controlled government with a great say of the Riyadh. They are in run with the Houthis, who are firing intermediate ballistic missiles to Tel Aviv, and they have been able to do it. So Israel has been able to take all these challenges head on, manage their relationship with the King of Jordan and Egypt as well, and with Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia and Mohammed bin Zayed of UAE. So it's a very important development that has taken place, and at the end of it, I can say that this was all on point today. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
A deep dive into what matters to you the most. Angles you won't find anywhere else. News that impacts your life.